Okay, so we are going to go into the clan's index camp spawn method. First, we're going to look over the builds and the required weapon. This is doable with any warframe once you hit mastery rank 7. You can get Serata right here from the dojo at mastery rank 7. In the bio lab, I believe. It is right here. Mastery rank 7 for how much? 50,000 credits. Takes 4 mutagen masses, 2,500 cryotic, 1,200 plastids, and 1 forma. So we'll go ahead and go back to our arsenal. Take a look at the Serata build that I use. So you would want to use a primed fever strike in place of the Riven. Power throw, smite corpus. If you do get a Riven for this, you want something with crit damage, toxin, damage to corpus. Preferably the toxin so you can slot it over the top of primed fever strike. With this Riven, I have a 3 times multiplier to corpus. Again, this will work with minimal mods as well. You can throw basically trash on here and still be able to one-shot for 1 to 3 rounds of index. Going into Avara, you want Roar subsumed on the 2. You want to run with Matarai for Sling Strength. Gives you 40% ability strength for 20 seconds. You want to use that when proccing your dash wire and your roar. Go into the build for Avara. This is probably not optimized. This is just what I run for convenience. You can definitely get your strength higher with things like energy conversion, empower, or growing power, or there's several different ways. You can use alternate arcanes. Ultimately, you just want a very, very high strength with a positive duration. You want to try to keep your range as close to 100% as possible so that you're giving it to your teammates. This is the duo frame. This is the second frame that you would use in the equation for grouping. Now, if you are doing this solo, you will want to use Octavia instead. She uses Zeneric for the Wellspring. Hardened Wellspring gives you 20% ability strength for those that choose to use it on their buffing abilities. Looking at her Manticord, I put a beat on every beat so that you don't have to worry about accidentally not hitting your buffs. You literally cannot place anything else in here. So that's that. We'll go into Octavia's build now. So basically, you want high strength, really high duration. You don't want to have to proc this very often. You want to be able to stay on the wire or keep throwing your Serata. Nourish is necessary, especially if you don't have Arcane Energize. You're going to need Nourish for energy because you're going to be spamming 1, 3, and 4. So your 1, you want to throw it. I'll show you where to throw it when we get in there. This is your Keep Me Alive ability. This is what keeps the enemies off of you. It eliminates the Auditor, which has frontal damage and vulnerability. Forte is huge. This is a big chunk of damage for your Serata damage. And then, of course, you want your Amplifier. Extra damage, 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 damage. This synergizes really well with Avara's dash wire, especially if she's got Roar on her. There's really no stronger combination for this. So let's jump right in and I will show you how to set this up. We will start with where to put Avara's dash wires. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, it is not pausing. So let's just get in here and do it. We will get in here. We will do this. And we will go to index. Launching from the dojo ensures that you always get the good level. If you see a Wukong clone for your teammate, you need to restart. This method relies heavily on using the NPCs to do your scoring for you. And look at that, we have a Wukong. Luckily though, we are solo, and this is only a practice run to show everyone where to put the dash wires. Something to keep in mind too is I forgot to show that you need energizing shot on your secondary. And the reason being is so you can do this. You can shoot energy orbs for increased energy. So I just procced my sling strength. Now I will put the first wire right about there and the second wire right about there. You want to stagger them so that one person doesn't get in the way of the other. Then you get up here and you throw your blades. This is for ultimate synergy again. You could just stand here, right here, with any frame. If you go too far forward, they'll spawn behind you. You can stand here with any frame and just one-shot everything for a couple of rounds. If you're wanting to do the 15-round method, though, you're going to want both frames. Octavia and Navara up here with no Wukong. I'm too far forward. So you want to put that right about there. If you move too far forward, they will begin to spawn behind you. But you do want to get as far forward as possible without them spawning in front of you. See, so I'm just a hair to it. You want to put it right on the edge of that. Anyway, so let's get out of here. And we will head to the Octavia setup. Okay, so we will go to the arsenal. We'll go to Octavia. This is the solo frame. If you want to run this solo and want to go longer than 2 to 3 rounds, you're going to want to take your Octavia. Your 1 is your Keep Me Alive skill. Your 3 and 4 are your damage abilities. And you absolutely positively want Nourish to interact with your energizing shot, as well as your Wellspring if you choose to use it. And this is basically what you would want to do. You want to stand right about here and just chuck your thing, your Serrata out here. You want to throw your 1 out there where it's going to hit stuff, because that's where they're spawning at. Oh, I got a heat proc. Later on like level 5 or 6, that is deadly. I will kill you unless you go into your operator and heal. With arcanes like Magus, not Anomaly, Magus Healing, Magus Repair, I think it is. I go cloak and I hear it heal 25% of my health every second. Keep that going on. Throw that one. Basically, though, you utilize your NPC teammates for the scoring. Just keep throwing it and keep throwing it. You can literally do this with any frame, though, for at least 2 rounds. So if you're hard up for credits, this is definitely the way to get credits easy, especially early on. Most times you can just get a taxi here. It's easier on solo or a duo with the right partner. Look at that, 28 million solo. Throw that mallet out there, reproc the abilities. See, I got too far forward, now they're spawning behind me. 38 million. Woo! We're cleaning up here, we're making credits and we're making them fast. So in a 4 round run, average par time is about 4 minutes per run. If you can get anything faster than 4 minutes, you're cooking with fucking fire. Therefore, 4 minutes should be your target. Anything longer than that, and I would reevaluate your setup. Generally, sometimes it fluctuates between 3.5 to 5 minutes. Anything longer than 5 minutes, and you definitely need some work. Again, if you see Wukong, get out of there. It's not worth it. Run, get out of there, girl. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here.